to our team this week is it's about us getting better and trying to make that jump from week 1 to week 2 that everybody talks about where you make your biggest jump. I don't know about that, but I think you can consistently improve, and we're trying to improve on the things, the points of emphasis, the penalties, and we're trying to improve on the turnovers and just overall execution. I feel like first game stuff didn't go real well, and Mars Hill had a lot to do with that. They're a good team, well coached, and they brought everything at us. They did a really good job, and luckily we were able to pull away in the second half. So with that being said, I'll answer any and all questions.
Talk about the overall progress of the offense throughout the game. By the end of the night, a lot of different people got to touch the football, had some good runs and some good catches throughout the night.
Yeah, I felt like we just kind of started executing a little bit better in the second half. I think our defense played really, really solid all night long. Thought they played hard, kept us in the game in the first half, and they just kept doing their job. And I think we finally took a couple drives to start the second half and got in the end zone. That was good to see, and that's kind of how we play. Once we get in there, we kind of we try to go back again and again. And I think we've got a lot of guys that can do things with the football. We like to spread it around. We always have. I like that from a standpoint offensively, that you got a lot of guys that can touch the ball and do things with it, and that makes you more dangerous. I think our conditioning was a big factor. I think we're in pretty good shape condition-wise. I think our guys, strength staff's done a really good job in July, and I think we have had a really grueling camp leading up to that. And it was hot, but it wasn't anything like we're used to. So I don't think it was that bad on us Thursday night over there. It got really nice at halftime, cooled off pretty considerably, and I think that had a lot to do with it. But, man, I can't say enough about the effort of our defense all night. Thought they just played hard. They were where they were supposed to be. Defensive line got after them. I think we had 6-7 sacks, something like that. That was one good thing. They did not sack us, so that was important going to the game. But we'll see. We got to clean up the turnovers and do some things earlier, and hopefully we can build upon that second half execution offensively and keep it going this week.
For first week, what did you think about Cole Kirk's performance and Lane's performance?
Well, I thought Cole played hard. I thought he made some plays. I thought Cole did some things that were really, really good, and he did a couple things that he'd like to have back, but, he hadn't played a game since 22, and so it's been a while, but I thought he performed at a high level, and I think when Jake came in, he did what we asked him to do. He moved the offense like he always does, and, threw a touchdown pass there late in the game, which was nice, but, going back to, I thought Cole saw a lot, he was under some pressure. They brought everything at us, and I thought for the most part he handled it pretty well. There's a couple plays he'd love to have back. There's a couple of plays that he definitely would love to have back, but he's going to learn from those mistakes, and hopefully we'll move forward from it.
Going back to not getting sacked, just the last few years you've had a solid offensive line, and that you got to be really happy about the start. They're all good.
Yeah, I am. John Fletcher does an excellent job. Always has. We always have a good plan. I think our backs did a good job. Coach Cunningham had his backs protecting well in that as well. And then, I just think having the mobility Cole's got, I think it's hard to sack him. And, when there was a couple times it kind of broke down on us, which understandable. First game, they're a good defense. But he took off, erased some things for us that some things, you just can't coach. He's just got some ability to move, and I thought he did a good job with that.
In terms of, Coach, the first game and the newcomers, your first time seeing these newcomers play a game, what's your take from what you've seen from that first game?
About kind of what I figured would happen. There was a couple of newcomers that they did exactly what I thought. There was a couple, that we it's the speed of the game. The bright lights might have, they didn't play as well as I think they could have played, but we had a lot of guys step up, played well. I thought Nino LeMay played extremely well at receiver. I thought Quaylen Farrar, running back, third-string running back, came in and gave us a boost. That was really his first time playing college football, transferred from North Texas. I thought he did some really good things. I think we've got a lot of those guys. Taylon Doss was, just does what Taylon Doss does. I think he's a really good player. I thought he played solid all night, and that's what we expected from him. And there's probably some guys I'm leaving out, but I thought for the most part, there was a couple guys that, hey, we've got some work to do, and they see it, and they're gonna respond to that. But I thought there were some bright spots with the newcomers, no doubt about it.
You touched on last week about the road win streak. What is it about going on the road that you notice that these 13 wins that just brings out the best, and perhaps you just notice how your team just relishes the opportunity to go on the road and come back with W's?
Well, number one, it starts with our faculty. I think they understand, because of the conference that we're in, that we have some long road trips just to play games. And they do a really good job of communicating with our student athletes. So our student athletes have ample time to make up what they're supposed to make up, so they don't feel stressed. I think it starts there. I think there's no distractions. I think we're big as a football program about eliminating distractions, whether it be whatever it is, a midweek meeting or things that take away from what we're trying to get done. We're going to continue to do what we're supposed to do, is now going on the road. But we're 9-4 at home. We've got to do a better job at home. And I think at home there's just certain distractions that you don't have on the road. You're worried about tickets. You're worried about, some of my guys live off campus. Some of them live on campus. There's a lot of things that go into it. You know what I mean? We're together for meetings, but then we're off somewhere else. We're in a hotel, we're together, and then we're still together. And we stay together all the way up till kickoff. And, there's something to be said of that. That's why in major college football, the big boys, even for home games, they get them out and go to a hotel the night before a game. Well, we don't have those resources, and that's okay. I mean, we're a smaller school. That's what everybody is at this level. But I think our staff and our coaches do a really good job of eliminating distractions. And we know at the end of the day, our job is to win football games, to help these student athletes reach their potential academically. But number one, we're hired to win football games, period. And we made a decision about 3 years ago that we're going to eliminate all distractions that coincide with us winning football games. Now we might not win it, but it's not going to be because of something else that took our attention away. And that's big with our staff. And that's we practiced this morning at 6 o'clock. We've been in meetings up till right now, because these are important meetings. We got meetings this afternoon. We got to correct game plans and get ready for another great practice tomorrow afternoon. And our kids are in class. They're supposed to be handling everything. I think so, but I think right now, I've got a bunch of guys that are seniors that have lofty goals, right? So when we came back in here Friday, coaches went straight to work. We didn't sleep. We didn't go home and we went straight to work so that our young men could meet Friday afternoon, and we can give them 2 days off because they needed it after that trip. And we had a meeting that Friday afternoon. You probably would have thought we lost the game. I mean, it was a rough meeting because our standard was not met in what we're trying to get accomplished. So I think, they're excited about pig picking and all that stuff, but we know pig picking is great, and we're glad that we have it here. But, hey, don't forget about it now. Pig picking ends with a football game on Saturday night at 6. That's when our party hopefully starts. That's when we're going to be ready to go, is Saturday night at 6 o'clock. And that's the message that we've got, because we've got to try to get better and play better than we played last week. We're going to have to, because Missouri S&T is a really good football team.
With this game coming up, I mean, just talk about how important is it going to be for this team to kind of get off to a good start? I know y'all like to get a 2 or 3 touchdown lead early.
Man, we just want to execute. I don't know about a 2-3 touchdown lead early now. We're not the 85 Bears now, okay? We're just trying to execute the kickoff, then execute whether we're on defense or offense, and we're going to take it one play special teams. So Coach Ball does a great job over there, and we're going to have our hands full. There's no doubt about it. Can we eliminate all the distractions and not get caught up in all that and realize it's still just a football game we got to go play? And that's why we need our fans here. We need all that extra support here at home Saturday night. We need y'all to come. If you are listening to me, please come Saturday night. Bring your family, bring everybody. Let's have time and be loud as you can be for as long as you can. That's my challenge to everybody out there.
time they're coming off having that in mind.
That's a great point, Stephen. They are going to be hungry when they get in here. They are going to be wanting to get that taste out of their mouths. You know, I go back to last year. Look at that thing last year. Things offensively. And a while, I think what you alluded to earlier was some of the new faces. You know, I don't know if they were quite ready for that. But you got to understand, and that's what I told them in Kennedy. If you play at Georgia State, from this level of football, everybody's going to give you their best shot. We're just going to go try to play to our best of our abilities right now. Like I said, there's an old adage, you know, in football, week 1 to week 2. I'm not really buying. I don't really always buy it. I think it's can you aggressively make improvements week by week by week by week. All we're trying to do is be better than we were in week 1. We've got some things in black and white we know we do that we can correct. And if we can correct those things, then I feel like our team is better after week 2. Hopefully that will result in a win. That's what we all want to do. Anything else? Everybody needs to come out Saturday night. Let's pack this thing out. Go Statesman. Thank you.
All right, so our next guest to the podium last season came into the Gulf South Conference play
against St. Edwards from Texas. Should be a good test. And then on Saturday morning of Pick-Pickin, 10 a.m., we will play Texas A&M International. Kind of like Coach Cooley said, we hope, since there's so much stuff going on campus this week, please come out Thursday at 4 p.m. And I know not many people are doing anything 10 a.m. Saturday morning, so please come out and support this group moving forward. So, like I said, looking forward to 2 good tests this weekend. Thursday's always interesting this first week because you're going in blind. You don't have any scout. You don't know what. You're asking questions about your team. Are we fit enough? Was preseason hard enough? That type of stuff. Once Thursday rolls around, though, it's all looking forward to Thursday, and then Saturday's a little easier on the mind because you can get a scout. You know what how your team played on Thursday, all that stuff going forward. Another group of good young men this year. We only lose 3 from last year. They just love being around each other, whether it's on the field, in a team meeting, off the field. So it's a really special group, and they've got a chance to do something special this year, I think. So good mix of grad transfers have come in this year, some JUCO and 4-year kids, and then a really good class of true freshmen that have come. I don't really look at it. I know the guys look at it more than we do, but it's a poll. That doesn't win you games. It doesn't lose you games. So we look at it as, hey, this is where the conference sees us. Great. Let's go prove them wrong again this year. So no, not looking at it like we've been slighted or anything. That's about, if you really crunch the number, it's probably about where we should be, and hoping to make another run at it this year and surprise some people. So. Yeah, awesome. Usually we're on a 12-hour bus trip to somewhere in Florida. So it'll be nice to be home. It'll be a little different playing Thursday, Saturday, the week of Pick-Pickin. I don't think that's happened since 2012, since I've been here. So that's a little different, but I know a lot of families are coming in town, so it's a big weekend for us. My parents are coming to town. So we're looking forward to it. It's been kind of a long preseason with the late start for D2 soccer this year. So just 48 hours till kickoff Thursday, and like I said, it'll be 2 good tests. St. Edwards is a strong program that. Yeah, it's a great question. I want us to be able to try to put 90 minutes together, and compete and be ruthless and really, really tough to play against. It's like I said, a senior group. They know the standard, they know the expectations, and they know what college soccer is all about. So this is a massive weekend. Talking with the seniors from last year, they know we started slow, and we're trying not to start slow this year. They know how valuable it is to get points as quick as possible. So they understand the magnitude of it, and just to get off to a quick start. A little bit of both. Yes, we don't want to look back on it, but it's also, hey, we don't want to go back to where we were in years previous. So it's, hey, this is a new year, new group. What's this group's legacy? And, I mean, if I'm being honest, we've never gone to back-to-back conference tournaments. So that's in this group's mind, is, hey, we can leave this program in a much, much better place than we found it 2, 3, 4 years ago. So that's always in the back of their minds. But I know the group doesn't want to go back to where they were, and they want to continue to build and elevate this program from what they built on last year. Yeah. Just depth. I think the biggest thing here is trying to get depth in the room, and it's a good headache to have. But there'll be some tough selections with the starting 11 and travel roster when we go, and that's, as a coach, it's a good thing to have. But it's also tough to manage that at times. But yeah, the biggest thing is depth, and then the class we brought in, they fit in almost seamlessly. I mean, if you were in a locker room with them, you probably couldn't tell me which ones were the freshmen and which one were the upperclassmen. So, like I said, it's a good mix of grad guys. And then another good thing is, I mean, freshmen scored a game winner against Hines, and then had an assist in the scrimmage against Ouachita Baptist. So this freshman class that are true freshmen have come in and definitely raised the level in the entire group. So, anything else? Again, please come out this Thursday, 4 p.m. Weather should be nice, not too hot, and then Saturday morning, 10 a.m. Come out and support. Thank you. Go Statesman.
All right, last but certainly not least here. First year head coach coming into Delta State. Former assistant at UAB on the Division I level. Lady Statesmen have been picked 12th in the preseason 12 South Bowl, but a lot of promise from what we've seen in the scrimmages. So without further ado, let me welcome you our new head coach of the Lady Statesmen women's soccer team, Chloe Kane.
Hi there, Braden. Thank you for that introduction. First off, just want to say how grateful I am to have the opportunity to be at the helm of this program and to lead this amazing group of players throughout this whole season. So far from what we've seen in preseason, we've had a very successful time together. We've built on a lot of stuff, both on and off the field, and I think as we look into this first week, we're excited to get out there and compete and just do what we love the most, and that's playing soccer and playing together, and we're very excited with that. And with that being said, we have two kind of very tough opponents lined up. Obviously, a home opener on Thursday, which, as mentioned, there's a lot of excitement around this campus right now, so very excited to be able to open up on Thursday versus Clayton State at 1:30, and hopeful that we can get some support out there behind us and have a positive start and open up with a win, and then kind of reverse, on Saturday we'll be traveling to Missouri S&T, where we'll face them on Sunday afternoon. So very excited for the opening weekend, ready to get out there and compete, and yeah, let's go Lady Statesmen. Yeah, I think when that poll came out, we're 11th of 13th or 12th or 13th, whatever that number is. Obviously, for the older players, like that's fuel on their fire immediately. I didn't even have to text that out to the players. Like they already knew about it. They were already not too happy about it. But as a team, we spoke about that. Pretty soon after that was released, and immediately for me it was like we have to like flip that mindset, and a lot of the mindset of the players was, well, we need to go prove them wrong, and that's kind of not really a mindset that I believe in, because if we're always chasing proving people wrong, then when are we going to be satisfied? So we kind of flipped that mindset and changed it into a way of, okay, like let's prove each other right. Let's prove the people that are around this program and within this program right now. Let's prove them right. We know what we're capable of. We have, a very talented team, and more than anything, a team that cares a lot. So let's prove to the people in this room that we are capable of having a very successful season, and yeah, more than anything, prove each other right and have that motivation that comes from within the room to motivate us through the season, instead of having kind of more unsustainable motivation and proving other people wrong. Obviously it's always nice to play at home and play on our field and have pride stepping onto that field. This is our turf and we want to defend that. We want to obviously go ahead and win our home games, so we're obviously looking and hoping to have a positive start here at home on Thursday and have our community come out and support us. The support that I've felt since I've been here and within the Cleveland community, it's been awesome. So yeah, we're excited to see that, and hopefully now we have students back on campus, we can have support from our wider students and from within athletics too. So definitely excited about that. And then with getting on the road, it's similar to what Coach Cooley said earlier. Like to me, like it's not always a bad thing us being on the road. Like we can control the environment and kind of make sure that we're managing all those little things that we can't always necessarily do when we're at home. So I think with us, like whether we're at home or whether we're playing away, it's trying to manage those controllables, prepare the players as best as we can, allow them to go into the games feeling prepared, feeling ready, and feeling like we've done all the preparation that's going to allow us to win those games. Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. Like, for me, like, I always say that the culture within a program, it's obviously somewhat coach-led, and we set the parameters and the guidelines of how we want that to kind of operate and feel, but the players are the driving force in that. Since, again, like I talk about, like, since I've been here, like, the players that we have within this program, like, they care very deeply about this program and the success of this program, and I think they feel the weight of that sometimes. Like they came here to succeed, and some of them, the older players, like they have been a part of successful seasons and teams within this program, so they kind of know what that standard is. And I think for them that there's motivation to return to that level and to achieve what they all know we're capable of achieving. And So obviously with the returning group, we have that. We have very experienced players and players that deeply care about this program. But I also feel with the players that we've brought in, you know, we also gain that. We bring in some JUCO players that have came from very successful successful programs, and you know they know what it's like to succeed, and they've came in and they've bought in right away. And then our freshman class too, you know, they're similar to Austin saying, you know, they've came in and made an immediate impact. So yes, we have a very strong core returning group, but I think the way the team has came together throughout the preseason has been very promising, and yeah, we're all excited and very much on the same page of what's expected as we kind of enter this season. Yeah, I think patience is, you know, we speak with the girls, and, you know, it's kind of a mantra that I've kind of used throughout my time in college soccer, especially as a player, is, you know, trusting the process, and knowing that, you know, it's not going to be perfect right away, and that good things take time. And I think, you know, a little bit for myself, I probably do need to remind myself of that a little bit right now. You know, I believe in our players a lot. We have a very talented group, but you know the wheels don't start working and flowing in motion right away. So it's just reminding myself to be patient with that process, and when new things come into this group, and you know, with my appreciate your time, and go Nick Statesman. Hopefully see you out at our game on Thursday, 1:30 p.m. Thank you.